Hi everyone, welcome to Eve Math Tutoring. Today's lesson is on substituting into equations. So say you're given the following equation. Okay, so y equals 5x plus 2. And you're asked to solve this equation for x equals 3 or substitute x equals 3 into the equation. So what you do is go ahead and substitute it in. And at that point, when you want to solve, you have to use BEDMAS. So you know that division and multiplication can be done in any order, and the same holds for addition and subtraction. So if you get multiplication before division in a question, you can do the multiplication first, or if you get subtraction before addition in a question, you can do the subtraction first. However, you can't mix these two up. So division and multiplication definitely have to be done before addition and subtraction. So at this point we have 5 times 3 plus 2, so we do multiplication first. So 15 plus 2, which is equal to 17. And then we would get our answer, which is 17. Okay, now say we had another example. So if you were given the following equation, you were asked to substitute m equals -2 or solve the equation for m equals -2. So what you would do is just plug in -2 into the equation and making sure to keep it in brackets because of the negative. And at that point, -2 times -2 would be equal to +4. -3 times -2 would be equal to +6, and then +5. So over here we do multiplication first, so that would be 8 plus 6 plus 5. And then at this point you could just add up all the numbers and your answer would be 19. Okay? So we can do another example. Say we were given the equation y equals 2b plus 3w squared minus 5z cubed. We were asked to solve for b equals 3, w equals -4, and z equals 2. So you just plug the values in. So at this point, we could do this part first. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 3. Now over here, I wouldn't do multiplication. I would do exponents first. So that would be +16. Same thing here. I do exponents first. So 2 cubed would be equal to 8. And at this point, before I do addition or subtraction, I would be doing multiplication first, according to BEDMAS. Okay, so 6 plus 28 minus 40. So the answer would be 14. Okay? Do another example. You're given the equation r squared over x minus x cubed over r plus w over x squared, and you were asked to solve this equation for x equals 5, w equals 3, or r equals -4. So you'd go ahead and plug everything in first in brackets. So we plug in the -4 squared over x, 5 minus x cubed, which would be 5 cubed over r, which would be -4, plus w, 3 over x squared, which is 5 squared. Okay, so just plugging everything in. I could have left this in brackets since it's a negative. Again, we're going to use BEDMAS, remembering that multiplication and division can be done in any order, and same thing with addition and subtraction. So at this point, the next step would probably be to do the exponents first. So this here would give 16 over 5 minus 125 over -4 plus 3 over 25. So I do the exponents next. At that point, here I notice I have 2 negatives, so that actually will become positive. So I can deal with that first. So these 2 negatives would become positive. They would cancel each other out. Now at this point, if you were asked to give the answer as a fraction, you would have to get common denominators before you could go ahead and add these fractions up. And if you want, you can watch the video I posted on adding fractions for the rules, or if you could be asked to, give the answer as a decimal. So you could either give the decimal as a fraction, the answer as a decimal, or a fraction. So if you were allowed to give the answer as a decimal, that would be probably easier. So if you converted these to decimals, you would do 16 divided by 5, and you get 3.2. Plus, and then 125 divided by 4, which would be 31.25, and then plus 3 over 25, which would be 0.2, and when we add all those up, we would get 34.57. Okay, however, if you were asked, to have the answer in fraction form, then you would have to get common denominators, and then you would be able to add up the fractions. Okay, so that's another example there. Okay, so just a quick example on substituting into equations. Basically, you just take the value that you're given and substitute it into the variable, and make sure to keep the exponents, use brackets, and then once you have everything substituted, you simplify the equation by using BEDMAS, so the order of operations. Okay, so that's basically all you have to do there. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at evemathtutoring@outlook.com, or you can post questions on the channel page as well.